I do want to add that we had an 11th candidate who initially said that he wanted to participate, but something came up and could not, and that candidate is for the 39th District House of Delegates, Will Davis. He was unable to be here this evening. I would like to share with you a little bit of the format for how the evening's going to go, friends. The candidates will each be given 2 minutes for opening remarks. Then prepared candidate questions by members of the executive committee of the NAACP will also be utilized. But as you entered, you were offered a card and a pencil, and hopefully if you have any questions, you can use that card to formulate that question. And when we call for those, I would just ask that you raise your hand. And if it's a question in general for the Board of Supervisors, just say BOS. If it's for the school board, just say SB. But if it's for a particular candidate, put that candidate's name on your card, would you please? I would appreciate that. So opening remarks of 2 minutes, prepared candidate questions. Each candidate will have 1 minute each. Audience questions, each candidate, as directed to them, 1 minute each. And the candidates will be given a time of closing remarks of 1 minute each. Any questions? I know that sounds like a very short period of time, but there's 10 individuals up here, and things are going to move along very quickly, I do believe. We anticipate being out of here by 8 o'clock. I may ask your permission if we get up to that hour and we're not quite done. We'll just see how that goes, okay? All right. I think I would like to suggest that we begin our candidate remarks. I'm going to ask Eric Klotz, Virginia House of Delegates candidate for the 39th District. If Eric, you would begin with your opening remarks. That's fine. Thank you.
Good evening, friends. I'd like to begin by thanking the Franklin County NAACP for everything you do to continue moving forward in our community. This is a time when so much is at stake. I want to be clear about what I stand for: building opportunity, ensuring fairness, and strengthening the foundations that hold our communities together. I'm Eric Klotz, a retired Naval Special Operations veteran, current MRI technologist, husband, father, and proud Virginian. I'm running for the House of Delegates because I believe in public services about people, about listening, understanding, and working together to make life better for every family in Franklin County and beyond. When we talk about opportunity, it begins with education. We need to give every kid the tools to learn, grow, and succeed. That means investing in our schools, supporting teachers, and expanding access to skills-based programs that prepare students for good paying jobs right here at home. But opportunity also depends on access to quality health care. In Franklin County, too many of our friends and neighbors drive long distances to make appointments, have long wait times for doctors, or have no options at all. We need to protect Medicare and Medicaid, and we need to expand telehealth services so every family can have the care they need when and where they need it. And we can't ignore the foundation that every family needs: a safe and affordable place to live. Affordable and equitable housing is a basic need, yet too many families are struggling just to stay in the communities that they love. At the heart of all this is respect. Respect for each other, for our differences, and for the rights that so many before us fought to secure. From protecting voting rights to standing up for equal justice, those fights are far from over. If elected, I'm committed to working with community leaders and legislators from across the aisle to make Franklin County and all of Virginia a place where every family has care, every child has opportunity, and every voice is heard. Thank you for having me, and thank you for standing in this fight with me.
Thank you, Eric. I'd like to suggest that our next candidate remarks will come from the Franklin County School Board member at large candidates. You two can arm wrestle down there as which one goes first.
Todd's closer.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for this opportunity to come and speak with you. Again, my name is Todd Austin Martin, and I am the result of a single-parent childhood. My father died when I was 3. Out of 10 of us, I was the first one to graduate high school. That includes my father, my mother's older sister, and brother. And my education, I'd have to be honest with you, was not that well. The thing that helped me the most is after I graduated high school, I went into the United States Navy and did well enough to get into the advanced electronics field. And with that, I was able to become a fire controlman on board Navy ships with radar. Spent 21 years in the service and retired as a Chief Warrant Officer 3. I took my GI Bill and went to Virginia Tech and got my degree there. And after that, I spent 16 years with VDOT. Just retired this past November and know the challenges that are here. Looking at U.S. News and World Report, they have evaluated all the elementary schools in Virginia. There's 1,037 of them. And in Franklin County, our best elementary school is Snow Creek at 41. Our worst ranks at 638. And so there's a lot of room for improvement there. And so I'm looking to find ways of improving that scale to where everyone gets a solid education. I know that for myself, an education provides opportunities for individuals. Not everyone's going to go to college, but what you receive in those 13 years will make a difference as far as where you go and what you can do in life. My stance, what I'm fighting for is parental rights, letting the parents know what's going on exactly as far as the curriculum and finance, and then getting rid of the inappropriate material in the classrooms and libraries, and finally getting back to the basics of reading, writing, math, and science, the foundation of which I believe a solid education provides these kids an opportunity. With that, I thank you very much.
Good evening, I'm Ed Jameson again. And I want to thank these couple of people running for their service in the military. Who else was in the military? I wasn't, but I just want to thank you for your service. Thank the NAACP for bringing us here tonight, and Eric for the invitation. Currently a postmaster in Blacksburg, Virginia, and I've been on the school board before. Enjoyed my time on the school board. One thing I would like to commend, there are some teachers and older teachers that I see on there. If you look at Wallet Hub, we are ranked 4th in the state of Virginia in the United States. We're ranked 4th best school. Franklin County in the state of Virginia is ranked 30th out of 130 districts. Give yourself a round of applause for the ones that are. That puts us in a place that we're doing successful. You know, our teachers are successful. We do have some room to improve at the high school. That is 178th out of the high schools in Virginia. So there are some issues there we definitely need to get to. But the one thing I want to talk about, before we talk about numbers, y'all can ask that question. This particular position was put into place to represent children of a different race other than white, the colored children. And as this position should be held in regard for that. So as if I get the job or Todd gets it, either one, we should hold either one of us accountable for what opportunities children of color have. I don't want to get into a racism thing, but I do want to get into a mindset, how do we show black successful men like Brandon Smith at the high school? How do we get that message of what his story is to our kids? And so that's one of my messages, one of my driving points. And if I could do a job that's half as good as William Helm did, y'all will be lucky to have me. Thank you for your vote.
Continuing on with this school board districts, Jeff Worley, since you're currently on the board, we'll ask you to come, please.
Thank you, Eric, and truly thanks to the NAACP for hosting this forum. Just telling Mr. Martin, we don't have a lot of opportunities to get our word out, to get our beliefs out, so it is always a good opportunity when we can have these sorts of forums. So kudos to y'all for inviting us and having us here to talk to you tonight. My name is Jeff Worley, current Vice Chair and Rocky Mountain District Representative on the school board. This would be my third term. I was first elected in 2017, 56 years old, married to Leanne Worley. Many of you know her. She's a dedicated public school employee, has been for over 30 years. I'm a proud product of Franklin County Public Schools, went to Henry Elementary, graduated from Franklin County High School, 1987, go Eagles. I have one daughter, Rachel, 16, junior at Franklin County High School, very proud of her. My message today is simply the same one I had 8 years ago. I don't have an agenda. What I want is for our public school system to be as successful as it possibly can be. I 100% support public education. I always have and I always will. And if you sit on this board, I think you should do nothing but support public education 100%. We have fantastic individuals that work in our school system. They make us look good every day. Very proud to represent them and to try to do the right thing by them. We have a great community, great families that we also represent and work with. They make our school successful as well. We face challenges every day. There is no doubt, and I think if you watch the news, read any paper, you realize that there are truly challenges in public schools, but we face them together. And our board is dedicated to facing these challenges. We want to engage the community, engage families, and make sure that we only work through these challenges and to help our students achieve their maximum potential, whatever that may look like, whether it's the armed forces, college, trade school, we want them prepared. So that's really it. I support 100% public education, and that's what I will continue to do on this board. So thank you for your time.
Mr. Ron Shiflett, please.
Yes, my name is Ron Shiflett. My family and I moved here in 1998, so we're not originally born Franklin Countyans, but I think we've been here long enough to get the gist. So, other than that, who am I? Well, the biggest thing I am is a sinner, but I'm not a lost sinner because Jesus Christ went to the cross and died for me, and I have everlasting faith in that. That guides everything I do. Well, what else am I? I'm a conservative. All right, Shiflett, what's a conservative? Conservative, for one thing, is one who recognizes that for any policy, any discussion, there is a definable truth to be found. And that's what we need to do. The other thing that defines a conservative, in my opinion, is one that never looks to himself, never looks to his neighbor.